Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. Today, yes, I have finally got myself a Challenger 1 after that amazing event that we had during the Black Friday, or was it Black Friday or was it Thanksgiving? One of those two sort of things, one of those two events anyway. Basically, there was a ridiculous 200% increase on everything that you gained from playing the battle. Other than credits, I think. So 200% increase in experience most prominently meant I could play a lot of my premiums and a lot of my normal tanks as well and just get bucket tons of experience. I used some of which on the Chieftain because I kind of found that tank to be a bit annoying to play, especially when you get hit in the hole repeatedly. However, Challenger 1 here has no such problems. The frontal armor, I'll probably have a little overlay graphic showing you the armor values, but the frontal armor is outstanding. There are weak spots, but they have been buffed in the patch 0.1.1, I think it is. There's been micro patches as well, but regardless, the frontal armor is very strong indeed, and that M2 Bradley is not going to do too much to me. And yes, this is PvE. Before any of you think I'm just owning normal players. But anyway, the frontal armor is exceptionally thick, as I said. People can try and HE but it won't do too much. The heat in the game, again, it's not going to do too much either. But the Challenger 1 and I believe the Challenger 2, which is at tier 9, and is a long way away from my ownership for a while anyway. Basically, they have the same problem with the Chieftain, and they both have AP ammo, which is very good when fully upgraded, and then they have Squash or Hash. So no heat means you can't do huge amounts of damage to very lightly armoured tanks like that expeditionary tank up there. But sometimes you can get some nice HE penetrations with the Hash, and I must say I have been set on fire a couple of times. Not with a penetrating hit, but with a Hash round, which has set alight my fuel. Now I'm not sure if it's the two huge fuel tanks at the back that you see on the exterior, but if it is, then that would make sense. HE, hitting the back of it, bang, ignition of the fuel. That is a small problem. Another problem, much like the Chieftain, this is going to be a problem with the Challenger 2, I imagine, but maybe not as much, is the fact the tank has horrible tank traverse of the hull. Turret is better, but fast AFVs and tank destroyers will be able to get around you and just cream your sides, especially towards the back. However, you do have some rather beefy side plating, as you can see. Not as standard, this is an upgrade. I think at this time in the replay, well, the replay that you're seeing, the upgrade tree was about halfway done. So I had the ERA upgrade, I've got the ammo upgrades, but not the engine or anything like that. Anyhow, tracking tanks like this Leopard A5 in the air, it's very nice because you can shoot through the floor of their tank. You see how it's green, the reticule, because tanks generally don't have very thick armor on their bottom, on the bottom of the tank. So I can just pen this guy all day, but his lower plate is very strong. I don't actually know how strong the Leopard is. Strong enough to withstand being targeted in the modules there with the view ranger. But he goes down. And this is a little bit of a problem. I don't have enough gun depression to hit this guy, and he doesn't have any visible cupolas, and he also has very good armor from the front of his turret. When I back up, however, and he backs up into the gun, there is no problem at all. already managed to do 6,000 damage and take very little damage in return. 52 damage in fact. But as you can see, like I was telling you earlier, the traverse is pretty bad. Top speed, I believe it's around 50. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But I've never reached that on flat terrain. Going downhill, yeah, it does accelerate. Aim time isn't too bad. It is noticeable, but it isn't too bad. Rate of fire is not too bad either. 7-second reload that I have during this replay anyway. And I'm just waiting to see if everyone's ready, and then we drive in. There is nothing worse than not being ready and you're caught in the middle of a spawn area. And all of the AI vehicles just suddenly go, oh hey, and then you get wrecked by AI, which isn't that hard. I'm playing on hard difficulty, just so you know. Anyhow, it's at times like this I want to fire heat, but I can't. But then again, you get what you're given, really. You can't keep saying, oh, I wish I had heat, I wish I had heat. You just have to deal with it and use AP, or... Ooh, that was... he went in the air a little bit. You just have to use the saber rounds or the hesh. There's no real problem when you've got used to that. It's more of an inconvenience that you can't do as much damage. Such as those Soviet vehicles and the Russian vehicles, the T-90 and the T-90 MS. Talking about the T-90 MS, I was in a tier 9 match in the Challenger and I got absolutely destroyed by that thing. I would suspect most of the tier 9s are exceptionally powerful. We did get hit there by an Ariete in the side, I believe. And that's kind of expected, because A, the Ariete is a tier higher, and B, it has the same caliber gun as me. And my side armor, even though has nice heat and shaped charge ammunition protection, it's not going to defend too well against AP FSDS ammo. And again, I'm caught in the middle of the open side on to that guy. So the armor is not infallible, but from the front it is quite strong. And even from the side, from lower tier opponents like that T-72, we can bounce a few shots, but generally, if you're side on, expect to be penetrated in the side. And the rear, of course, is useless. However, with the upgraded ammo, I think you have about 400 pen. It's around 390, I think. Again, I'll check this. There'll probably be an overlay saying I'm an idiot. But yeah, around 400 pen with the upgraded AP. With the stock AP, I think you get about 360. So the difference of the AP ammo is noticeable quite a lot. And you're going to need 400 pen to tackle tier 8 opponents. Anyway, that's the Challenger 1 in PvE. I have been playing it in PvP, and like I said, the armor does hold up from the front, except against T-90 MSs. So, yeah. Let's just take a look at the post-game results. And there we are. 7,837 experience, 66,000 credits, 10,000 or 11,000 damage, all kinds of good stuff. Not sure if the event was still running at this time. It may well have been, but I can't remember. No, I don't think it was. So anyway, that was the Challenger 1. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below. And I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.